Stepping into a leadership role as an introvert can sometimes feel overwhelming, but you don't need to change your personality to succeed. You just need the right playbook. And in this video, I'm sharing practical strategies that will help you build trust, lead with confidence, and deliver results without having to stretch yourself as an introvert. So if you're an introverted manager or director, here's the simple roadmap that you can start applying even this week. First thing is you want to master the art of one-on-one connection. As an introvert, one-on-one connections are your influence multiplier because trust is built privately first and then it shows up publicly. So you want to make sure that you set recurring 15 to 30 minutes one-on-ones with your direct reports on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, with your boss bi-weekly, and with 2 or 3 key partners on a monthly basis. And you don't have to overthink it. Sometimes people are asking, what do I say? You just say, I want to make sure I'm supporting you well. What's one win or one roadblock or one place you'd like my help this week? I'd love to meet so that we can discuss this. And then you measure success through engagement in those one-on-ones. Do you have fewer last-minute escalations, or as a team, are you able to make decisions faster? So the more trust you build, the more it's going to bring your team together. And as an introvert, the best way to do that is through one-on-one meetings. Secondly, you want to know your team's strengths. Teams perform best when people are working in their natural energy zone. So you want to identify what energizes every team member, what drains them, and where they want to grow. And you basically use that insight to guide how you assign projects or how you assign tasks so that the strengths are amplified and growth areas are supported. And when you align people's work with their strengths, you're always going to get improved results and things are going to be done quicker. You're going to have better quality because people are really operating from their zone of genius. I have a free resource. It's called the Lead with Strengths email course. It's a free course that walks you through how you create a strengths map for yourself and for your team. And just take a look at the link in the description to download the course. Thirdly, you need to know your own strengths. Introverted leaders don't need to compete by being the loudest. We typically thrive by being clearer. So look back at your biggest wins, identify the patterns, and whether it's simplifying complexity or even building effective systems or developing others. Once you know your unique strengths, you can focus your energy there and delegate that work that may be more draining to you but may be energizing to someone else. And the more time you spend in your strength zones, the greater your impact and the more you'll be able to sustain your overall energy. So next is boost your visibility without burnout. Many introverted leaders hear the feedback of being too quiet, which is the feedback that one of my clients recently had in a performance review. And through communication strategies and energy management tools, we helped him increase his visibility to be able to share his impact more effectively and confidently engage with senior leadership without compromising who he was as an introvert. This really helped him grow his leadership presence and make a greater impact. And this is what we focus on in our coaching program called the Introvert Leadership Method. If you'd like to learn more about the program, you can take a look at the link in the description. I'll link it right above as well. Something that will really help you as a leader, especially if you're a new leader, is don't pretend you know everything. Credibility isn't built by being this person who knows it all. That's why you're a leader. That's why you have a team to be able to support you. So when information is incomplete, take the time to gather the right data and ask clarifying questions before giving direction. This approach leads to better decision making, and this kind of thoroughness builds greater trust with your stakeholders and with your team as well. The next thing is learn from mentors and coaches. You don't have to lead on your own. You know, as people say, it's lonely at the top, but really it doesn't have to be if you are surrounded by people who have gone a few steps ahead of you and who can help you accelerate your growth by borrowing from their experience and their knowledge. So build a circle of support that includes trusted peers, senior leaders, or a coach or a mentor, and meet with them regularly. That creates a safe space for you to test your ideas, get perspective, and avoid common mistakes that new leaders typically make. The next thing to keep in mind is avoid the urge to change everything at once. Sustainable impact in a leadership role comes from pacing yourself. In a new role or team, you need to listen first, and this is a strength that introverts have, so use it, then prioritize, and then you'll be able to build momentum when you build trust with the team. This is going to help you avoid challenges and avoid people thinking that you're coming in to completely change the system or bring in huge transformations that are going to impact the way that they work. You want to lead by example, and this is how consistency creates culture. So you want to make sure that your behaviors, your patterns are patterns and behaviors that people can model, because those micro habits that you have, those are the things that people pay attention to. Your punctuality, your accountability, the way that you document things, those are the things that people pay attention to. What we used to call the soft skills, those are the things that really matter at work. So don't only focus on what you're doing, but also focus on how you are doing it. As an introvert, you need to manage your time and your energy like a pro. So your energy sets the tone for your team. So blocking off time for deep work is one of the strategies that can help you to preserve your energy and to show up as your best when it comes to your work. If you know you have a high energy meeting coming up, make sure you have time before the meeting, make sure you have time after the meeting, and these are opportunities for you to be able to recharge. So it's not just about your people management skills, it's also about you being able to take care of yourself and knowing yourself. That level of self-awareness is what's going to be able to help you thrive as a manager or a director. The next thing you want to keep in mind is building trust before driving performance. Keep in mind that you want to celebrate and build momentum with small wins. Focus on making steady improvements rather than looking for that big dramatic change. By improving one process at a time, you build trust through your consistency. You create visible results that speak loudly, and celebrate those wins. Celebrate them for yourself, but also make sure that you're celebrating your team's wins as they go. And this helps boost morale and momentum to keep going. It's so important as a leader that you keep growing at your own pace. As an introvert myself, I found that what works is setting quarterly development goals. And once I've mastered that skill or that competency, I add a new one. And this approach has helped me develop skills, systems, and relationships, and that have allowed me to lead from who I am and not overwhelm myself by having to do so many things at once. So regular reflection will help you to adapt without feeling overwhelmed. And this method will help you to support your growth while staying aligned with your natural style. The next thing is streamline meetings and feedback. Introverts and meetings, we don't typically go together. I've heard this from probably every introverted leader that I've worked with. They tell me that if they don't have to go to the meeting, they're not going to be there. And if the meeting can be canceled, the better it is. With that in mind, you want to run meetings with clear goals and provide feedback that highlight behavior, impact, and improvement. I do have another video where I go through how to run an effective meeting, so you can click right here to watch that one. I'll see you there.